Very little. I'm actually on vacation this week. So, and both of my sons are here. And today I actually had a work day, the first day of the week.
I was going to say, no, you're actually not. Like you recorded a video and a podcast and you ran and you're not on vacation.
That's vacation for me.
Hey, Run Junkies. This is a special edition of my Run Disney Mondays because the Disneyland event guide came out for Half Marathon Weekend, which is coming up the first weekend of September. And I am not alone today. I am joined by Laura from
Hello.
It's so exciting. I actually have two people on screen this time. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can stay on task because
we get chatty. We get carried away sometimes.
We have a little bit of fun. So
we're gonna rein. We're gonna like keep on topic.
We have bullet points.
We're not.
Let's
just say it now. We're not.
Just plan on being here for a while. Okay, so Laura, why is it so exciting for you? Because somebody gets to go to this thing.
Because I'm going to be there. Jackie and I are going to go. This week's weekend was not on our radar because we do have a budget. Very loose word. And we kind of had this wild thing. We're like, you know what? We're going to go. We're going to be super, super economical. We're going to reuse costumes. We're going to stay at a economical place. We're going to stay with friends. We're going to be as cheap as possible. And we just went ahead and bit the bullet and signed up because once we found out it was Pixar, it's Pixar themed. It's Pixar themed. I mean, oh my gosh, it's Pixar themed.
So wait, which ones are you guys doing? Are you doing the challenge?
All three. Disneyland races are phenomenal. There's such a different vibe to them. And we went last year. It was all four of us. And we just had the most amazing time with some of our friends. And I'm excited.
Because I did just finish watching your recap videos from last year. And you guys had the Jessie costumes.
Yes.
Those were so cute.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. They were like one of our favorite costumes ever. It's just one of those things because they're colorful. And I've learned like for really great Run Disney pictures, you need color. You need a lot of color.
Lots.
So and we're reusing our Monsters Inc. cheerleaders, Monsters University cheerleader costumes because wearing purple fuzzy leg warmers in California at that time of the year is so smart.
September.
It's so smart.
Makes perfect sense. We would like to encourage you guys to just go through this page by page, take a fine tooth comb, really look at it.
Yeah.
And any of the questions you guys have, it's all going to be in there. I mean, there are all kinds of videos that I'm going to leave links to in the description. And if they're not mine, then they're the Joyful Miles crew. So you will get all of the information you possibly need. I will have extra information on my GoFindYourAwesome.com website with just a few more of the, spectator information and, training information, recovery, how to sleep, all of that stuff is all in the guide, and I'm mentioning it.
Sleep? Does that actually happen? Sleep?
No.
We are arriving on Thursday, August 31st. I'm getting into LAX at about 11, and then we're going to head, as soon as Jackie comes in, we're going to head straight to the expo.
The expo on Thursday opens at 10 a.m. and it closes at 8 p.m. If you are participating in the 5K, you must pick up your bib and packet that day.
What's different about Disneyland is a lot of locals do that race, so it tends to be a little bit more crowded in the evenings or on like Friday, Saturday with people who are just doing the weekend races. Right. And not the Friday. So each time we've gone we've gone downstairs in the lower level is where they're going to have your bib packet pick up. It's where you get your coast to coast wristband. If you are going for the coast to coast, make sure you get that. It will be with your race packet, but just keep it in the back of your mind. Yeah.
If you are staying completely off property somewhere in Anaheim, there is transportation. You check into your hotel. You will show your race waiver to the shuttle driver. The shuttle driver will take you to the expo. At the expo, you pick up your bib. You need that race waiver to pick up your bib. So you pick up your bib and you head over to the transportation desk where you will get your pass for the weekend. Don't lose it. It's good all weekend. That pass is how you're going to get back and forth from your hotel to the race venue. One thing that I did notice about this, please check the event guide. It does not run all day. It runs early in the morning, and then they're done by 1 o'clock. So you're not going to stay at the park all day. and then expect to take that shuttle back to your hotel.
If they say, hypothetically speaking, that if the shuttle service starts at 4, you want to be down at the stop at least 4:15. That's because you want to make sure you are on that first shuttle, because you just don't know. People say for Disneyland, you don't have to be there as early. I disagree. I kind of think that you just never know what's going to happen, whether there's going to be a holdup at security, whether there's going to be a holdup at parking, or they only send one shuttle because there's a miscommunication.
I mean, this is just good practice anyway. When you're doing any race anywhere, you know, get your bearings, get your head in the game, use the bathroom twice. And, you know, the thing
3 times if you're me,
you know, you get in line and you use the bathroom. And then when you come out, you get back in line. So
get there early. You get a nice spot in a corral. So you can get up nice to the front. You can see the pre-show. You can just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And like you said, go to the bathroom and you have room for emergencies.
Assume there will be security. Just anymore with the way things are worldwide.
The way of the world, right.
This is our new normal. The event guide strongly encourages you to take those shuttles if you are staying off-site. After the Tinkerbell races, the gridlock was super bad.
That's when I would park my car and I would just go back to the parks.
If you absolutely have to drive in, then plan around that gridlock. You know, just go have lunch, go to the parks. It's not like you're in the middle of nowhere and have nothing to do. Big thing is the Disney merchandise store. What do you have to get when you walk out of there? What is your must-have?
So I always get magnets. I always get pins that I have yet to do anything with. They're in a bag, but I still must have them because I must. If they have a wine glass, I will, even though I don't like wine. I'm just like really cool here. And I'll get a mug. So once you go down the ramp into the lower level, everything feeds in. So you get everything. They're going to direct you right up to the 2nd floor, so you don't have to worry about getting lost or anything. It's going to take you right where the Run Disney shirts are. And then that'll feed you right to where you can exchange your shirts in case you need a different size. And can I point out really quick, because this has happened to me so far, is always check if you get like the challenge bundles where you're getting 3 different shirts for the 10K half and the challenge, always make sure that the fit is the same for each shirt, because they don't produce these at the same time. They do them at different times. So there can be a size variance. That's happened to me a lot. So don't just try on one, try on all. But if you do have a discrepancy, you can exchange them, but you can't exchange one shirt. You have to exchange the whole bundle.
When you get your race waiver via email, please protect yourself. Please don't post your bib number online anywhere. Okay? Guys, people are lurking in your Facebook groups. They are waiting to get just enough information to take that to the race and take your bib. If anything like that does happen, head over to Runner Relations and please be nice. Just you know what, this happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. What can you guys do to help me? But just be nice about it, because you're not going to.
That's like the number 1 rule. You have to be nice.
Exactly.
Because you're dealing with people who have been yelled at, you know, all day long.
So bring that waiver and bring a paper copy of your proof of time, the screenshot from active.com. Yes.
And also I would do a print of the race that you use, like go to the website and print out your results from that race. So you have all these different components to prove that you did enter that.
So before you walk out of the expo, here's what you need: your bib packet, your t-shirts and gear bag, the sticker that they should give you. If they don't give you a sticker, there's a reason for that, but don't worry about it. The commemorative items, the pins, the magnets, anything you ordered ahead of time, aside from your t-shirts, that may be a separate section.
It has been in the past.
It has
been in the same level. It's in the very same area. It's not going to be this thing you have to come down.
Right. So you'll go get that, and your transportation pass if you are utilizing that system. Did I forget anything?
If you're doing coast to coast.
Now we're getting into the lightning round. See what I did there? It's a Lightning McQueen is Pixar.
You're so funny.
Let's get into the races themselves. Well, all 3 races start at 5 a.m. Plan on being at the on-site.
Which I love, by the way.
Gear bag check is where it always is, in the Lilo parking lot.
I would recommend for Disneyland races to skip the gear bag if you can. Shove it in your pockets, do what you got to do, shove it in your race belt. It's just so much easier. you know.
Especially if you are staying close by. There's
Oh yeah. Oh
almost
yeah.
no reason to carry anything else unless you absolutely have to. Will not be allowed in without your bib.
Yep. Don't
Don't
put it on the
leave.
side of your pants. Put it on your
Right.
thighs because they're not going to be able to get you for photo pass.
Other thing about your bib, if you are doing the challenge 10K and half, if you've never done one of these challenges, you get one bib for both. Please do not spindle, mutilate, or tear that bib in between races. Make sure you're taking care of that bib.
And if you're doing the 10K and a half, it will have your corral for the 10K first, and then a slash, and then your corral number for the letter for the second race.
And that runner tracking is good if you are meeting up after the race.
Yes.
So you can kind of say, oh, wait, they're at mile 10 of the half marathon. So I've got maybe a half an hour to get to where I need to go. So let's talk about the Incredibles 5K. You're running through Cars Land. That is probably the most iconic of all of the Disneyland races, besides the castle.
Yes.
It's the most fun, probably the most immersive experience you have.
It's gorgeous.
Through Cars Land.
Slow down, take that part in. Do not rush.
If you've never run through Disneyland, you come out from the backstage areas past Radiator Springs Racers. So you get that hood ornament look in the rocks, and you're running past it and the sun is just coming up. I mean, it is so cool. You come around the bend, and then all of the neon of Radiator Springs is on. And it is just magical. So enjoy that, because when you get to Monsters 10K, that you're still completely on site. For those of you who have been living in a cave for the last, like Disney, but have been living in a cave, they're doing Star Wars Land. There is going to be a Star Wars Land at Disneyland. They are building it now. The course is definitely affected by that. If you look at the course, it's a lot of this. From a race director's point of view, that was a headache. I mean, I'm just looking at that, saying, oh my gosh, where are we going to put them? How are we going to get 6 miles on site when we can't even use this 75 acres over here because it's under construction? There is one hairpin turn at the Haunted Mansion. It used to be you would go out past Haunted Mansion, but you are turning straight around. That's where there's going to be, you're going to see some congestion there, especially in the later parts of the race. If you're sort of in the middle to the back of the pack, that's been my experience. The further you are back, the more congestion there is. Yeah. I am doing a video about the kids' races. I believe that's going up next week. So please check back in, hit that.
That's a good one to do.
Yeah. There's a lot to it. And like I said, actually, since I filmed it, they are changing some things. So please get into that event guide, check the FAQ page on the Run Disney website, and make sure that you have all of your ducks, the little ones, all of them in a row. You got a friend in me. You got
a friend in me.
You got problems. We're talking about Toy Story half. When you do your normal loops through Disney California Adventure and Disneyland, you're going to go almost directly east out to the Honda Center, which is where the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim play.
I was baseball, so I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, but see, then you go south.
Yeah.
To Angels Stadium.
And it's amazing.
It is so fun.
It is amazing. Rob and I mean, we knew going in, we were just going to like break and just, there's so many people there screaming their heads off. And it was so amazing. They call out a lot of names too. They have the announcer there and they called out my name.
Something they're doing differently this year, it's the Jelly Belly Sport Beans. I've actually tried these and I prefer the Sport Beans to the Goo Shots. They're not Goo, it's Cliff Shots.
Cliff.
If you haven't tried them yet, I highly recommend you do. They are definitely not your Jelly Bellies. They aren't that sweet dessert type. They have, you can taste that kind of salty electrolyte kick in them.
I will say really quick about the water stations. I tell you what, last year it was hot and I felt like we were so hydrated. I mean, there was times when we were just like, do you want to drink? It's like, gosh, no, I don't need one. So I personally, unless you are used to carrying water, I didn't feel a need.
Yeah.
You know, I'm okay with having Powerade for that distance. So, you know, unless you are particular, you like Gatorade and not Powerade. But I felt like there was a ton of hydration.
I don't know where the bathrooms are outside the parks.
There was porta pots by the water stations.
Okay.
For the most part. Sometimes there was more, sometimes there was less.
Right. It is hard for a community like that to support an event like this. So just be considerate to the people that live there. With event safety, just trust that the race director knows what they're doing and the race organizers know what they're doing. If they have to alter the course, cancel, whatever, for any reason, they have your best interests in mind, not your PR, not whether or not you get that medal. Your health is more important to them.
Because that's the last thing they want to do. They don't want to do that.
They do not want to cancel a race. So just be nice. I mean, it seems like such a stupid thing to have to say.
You experienced the race being canceled during marathon weekend. I experienced wine and dine when they had the evacuation, and both were good calls. And now that we covered it too, it won't be. Now that we covered it and brought it out in the open, it won't be. So I have a little piece of wood, knocky. It's not going to happen. So you're good. We're good. Moving on.
I don't want to dwell a lot on Tinkerbell, but there were
I know what you're going to say, and I was going to say it too at the very end. Go for it.
Okay, there were a lot of things that went wrong that Run Disney learned.
And that was the last Run Disney event.
Tinkerbell, there have been a lot of things that have changed for Run Disney that they've had to cope with. They made changes. Some of them worked. Some of them did not. They no longer are allowed to have volunteers. People just show up for the love of showing up. They have to pay them now. Okay. That is a change. They hire temp workers to staff everything.
Right.
That changes the mentality a little bit, but I will say, they're still there. They're still choosing to be there. Just be nice to them. Thank them for being there. And I think that thank you and a smile goes a long way.
But I know for Tink 5K, they had a situation with the characters. Hey, I'm a character gal. I want characters. I would be disappointed. I just want to say that if something happens, you know, wait until you get home to worry about it. Don't miss the now because you're so worried and angry and on Facebook groups venting. Not that I'm discrediting anyone that wants to do that. Everyone has the right. Sure. But just you're at Disney, you paid a time to be there. Enjoy the experience as it happens. Make the most of it. And then when you get home, go ahead. Let it rip. You know?
And, you know, it's still Disney.
It's still Disney. It's still a good life.
Let's talk about first world problems here, guys.
It's good life.
Okay, pacing requirements. As always, a 16-minute mile. If you can manage that, then you are good to go. You had a really good tip to get the balloon ladies bib numbers and have that texted to you. If you have any concerns at all, do that.
The one thing is that it's a lot easier to track them in Disney World because it's always the same group of gals. Disneyland, it's hit or miss. You don't know exactly who that's going to be. If you're on social media, if you're on Facebook groups, just kind of keep a track in case someone does come up with a name or someone has some intel that's better than me.
On the Facebook pages, the balloon ladies kind of lurk in there too. So if they've been selected to be a balloon lady and you just throw the question out as you get closer, someone will perk up and say, yes, this is me. If anybody knows how I can become a balloon lady, I'm all up for it. I'm all up for it.
I'm going to say one more thing. If you're doing a costume, since it is Pixar theme, and be very careful if you have balloons in that costume. Because I was walking the princess hat and somebody had a balloon and I about had a cow. It's not funny.
Don't. There is a whole page about race etiquette, which I'm not even going to cover because I did a whole video about it. You can click on the link right here. Nothing new on race day.
I have learned that lesson too.
It's not pretty.
And wear sunblock. Put on sunblock before you leave. I know it's hard when it's, you know, your race start at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
So you want to make sure you got some sunblock. The sun will come out tomorrow, and have some sunglasses.
What are your tips for tackling the parks on race weekends?
Well, There's the things that I know not to do, and there's the things that I do. It's totally different topic. Definitely don't bring cutesy shoes. I know we all like to dress cute. You want to bring good recovery sandals, OOFOS, whatever is your favorite recovery sandal. And I always bring two because you never know. Sometimes like your OOFOS just might make your toes sore.
Mm-hmm.
So I pack recovery sandals and my running shoes. Leave the cute ones at home for later.
Yeah.
So because you want to stay ahead of the pack, you don't want to wear a shoe and get a blister before the races. So not good.
Yeah.
You also want. I mean, I go to the parks before the 5K, after the 5K, you can get away with a little bit more. After the 10K, you can still go, but you need to be smart. And I know it's hard. It's hard for me, but the race has got to be your number one priority, because you are at Disneyland as an athlete. You're there to run a very serious event in what could be heat. We don't know. It is September. So you need to keep that back in the back of your head. Make sure you're hydrating plenty during the park. And I don't mean with a beer. And I'm talking to you, Laura. Okay.
It's stick to what got you here, right? Forget about nothing new on race day. If you haven't done it already during your training, don't mix it up now. Bring 2 pairs of running shoes for your runs. Okay.
Yes. In case it rains.
Take them off when you're done running. Take care of those shoes, baby those shoes. They're going to take care of you. And then pack a 3rd pair of kicks, like I said, the retired shoes, and they should still have some good wear in them to get you around the parks.
I will say one thing. If this is your first Run Disney event, first of all, you're going to have a blast. Okay.
Oh, hi.
But I know I'm a person, I have anxiety issues. And I know the first time I went, I was very overwhelmed. It was just a lot. So I'm going to say, take a breath, stick back and take it all in. Just relax and just know that it's going to be chaotic at times. Know that it's going to be crowded at times. Sometimes, of course, it's going to be driving you insane. Take a breath, take it all in because it's going to go so fast and you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Stop for a character photo. Stop for a mile marker photo. Stop for a photo with a really nice CM. If you see really enthusiastic spectators, thank them. Thank them and thank the volunteers because I have cheered for a race. You've cheered for a race. And it's tiring. It is tiring to be out there.
And I know another thing that a lot of people use Run Disney races as their first races ever. So not only is it overwhelming because it's Disney, but it's overwhelming because this is your first experience. Again, take it all in. Take all of the pictures. Stop and breathe. Because this is supposed to be the most fun you will ever have.
It will be.
Running. Especially with the first couple of races, if you're doing all 3, don't push. Just relax into it.
Yes.
Because that 3rd race is super long.
And don't worry about your time too.
No.
Just unless you're competitive and you're in it to win it, hey, good luck. Bravo. I think it's fantastic. But if this is your first time, just don't worry about it. I know I did a race with my first Princess Half and the girl I ran with. We had such an amazing time, but afterwards she was disappointed because she didn't come in at a certain time. It was kind of like a little bit of a bummer, just don't worry about it. You're running down Main Street where Walt himself walked.
Walt,
he was there.
Walked there. Walt, you are running in the places where Walt walked.
getting flummoxed.
Right?
Yes.
There's been a lot of upheaval at Run Disney. And again, I don't want to throw out, there's a lot of questions about whether or not 2018 races in California are going to go off. You guys know just as much as we do.
Yeah.
So we're not going to sit here and speculate and say, well, it could be this, it could be that, maybe it's this, maybe this will happen, maybe this will happen. We can cover all of the bases and still be wrong. Guys, I want to know just as much as you guys do. Laura, I know you guys have been talking a lot about it over there.
Yeah. And I'm going to add a little bit, and I'm hesitant to say this because I don't mean this with disrespect. I really don't. I respect people's opinions, but when I'm going to Run Disney event, I kind of stay away from social media. I don't go into Facebook groups because I don't want to hear the venting. I'm in my bubble. I'm in my happy bubble. I worked hard for this vacation. I'm with friends and I want to enjoy my time with that. Yeah. When I come home, I'll catch up. And again, I'm not saying this to make someone angry or, be disrespectful. I'm in my happy place. You're in the happiest place on earth. So just,
be happy, doggone it.
Boy, don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. I love that song. I haven't heard that song in a long time. Keep in mind that in the past, afterwards, there are no refreshment stands. There's no characters. There are places to get photographs. Like if you want to get photos in front of for Tink, they had a nice bush. Disneyland, we actually got photos in front of the stage because it was really colorful. It was very, very pretty and vibrant. If you want a beer, like me, go to Earl of Sandwich and order a beer there, and then sit along the windows where they have like little bar stools, and you can see the finish line.
Oh,
so you
cool.
can enjoy a beer and you can watch people finishing. You're done and you want to have some fun, go to the finish line, find a spot and cheer on the runners coming in.
There are still slots available. You can still register for that if you would like. And I think the spectator package is good for the whole weekend. Same deal with the runners VIP lounge. So that's your race retreat style kind of thing. And you buy that once and it's good for all weekend. There's still availability there. I have more information on that on my website. Do we want to make this announcement?
Yes!
Do we want to do this? We're going to do this. Okay. So we've been teasing it, just kind of poking at you a little bit. What are we doing in October?
What are we doing? I can't remember. We've only started talking about this in April.
Did we really start talking about this?
It was April. No, we met on Skype in May, right?
We've been talking about our topics
for a long time. Go ahead. There is an event in October that a lot of vloggers are familiar with. Go ahead, Heather.
The Vlogtober, joyful miles and running with grace. It's Vlogtober. Yes, two of us, joyful miles. Running with Grace, we will be participating in Vlogtober. We will be trading days. So Joyful Miles will post something, Running with Grace will post something the next day, and so on and so forth. And we will do some collaborations like this. At this rate, I'm still not even halfway through beta, and I have no idea how it's going to end. So, oh, and by the way, in between beta and Vlogtober, I will be getting married. So that is happening, you guys. So please head over to Joyful Miles and subscribe to them over there. I'm really looking forward to seeing your race recaps for the Disney.
Oh, we have some insane plans. It's just Jackie, me, and our friend Leslie is coming in later. And when it's just us two, things get crazy and we'll have a lot more time for vlogging because we're kind of very in sync. So we have all these great plans. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. We also have a guest lined up. Gerald over from Res Runs said he was going to come over.
That's right.
So we're very excited. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it.
I love doing these event guides, and just to have you here, Laura, just made it so much more fun. So I'm just glad that we got to do this and that you guys are going to have so much fun at Disneyland. Be safe, have fun. We are going to sign off, and we'll want to thank you guys very much for being here. It'll be interesting to see how long this video actually ends up. What's the Joyful Miles tagline? Give me a joyful
Take care and have a joyful day. And thank you, Heather, for having me on. So lovely. Thank you
so much, Laura, for being here. We had a great time. Go find your awesome. We'll see you next time. Until then, happy running.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, that was so fun. Okay.
Oh my gosh, how long did we talk?